Kendrick Lamar basically stated in a Rolling Stone magazine that you cannot be the greatest and call yourself the greatest and believe that you are the greatest and you have a ghostwriter. And I know people have touched on this issue several times before, but at least he was more overt with his message. I agree with him. I mean, it's ridiculous. What are we trying to Nancy foot about here? What is the issue? Why do we feel we need to justify certain things? You cannot be walking around here with a ghostwriter and proclaiming yourself to be the best lyricist in the game when you don't even bring nothing to the game from within yourself as far as writing goes. KRS-One touched on this. That is not you. That is not your soul. That is another person's soul. That is another person's artistry. That is another person's energy that goes into those paragraphs, those lines, those bars, those nouns, those verbs, those adjectives. My thing is this, though, about Kendrick Lamar. I'm more like this. Look, is it a go or not? Is it a go or not? What are we doing here, K-Dot? Because, mind you, yes, Drake does move in an evasive fashion. Yes, he is attempting to be the subliminal king behind that of Jay-Z himself. But it's not all that much working for him because Drake at times is so clumsy with his subliminals that people immediately know who he's talking about. And maybe that is something Drake is looking to do. He wants you to know who the hell he is talking about. However, though, Mr. K-Dot, somebody on your lyrical caliber and all of these subliminal shots in the interviews and magazines, why don't you just say the names? You could even drop a diss record right now in between albums because I know some artists do not like to mar their albums with another rapper's name. But it worked for Stillmatic and it worked for The Blueprint. I cannot see why it would not work for a K-Dot album. Or maybe here you have all this deep material and these thought-provoking subjects that more than likely you would not want something like Champagne Papi to show up on a track randomly as far as you dissing who he is. You know, people were trying to say that we're in an era where lyrics don't matter, but I disagree. Because if lyrics did not matter, then Yachty, Uzi Vert, Young Thug, all these guys would have been selling as much as a Kendrick Lamar. They would have been selling as much as a J. Cole. They would have been doing big numbers. Hell, even a Drake. Now, I know some people may say, well, Drake has a lot of soft material, but lyrically, you cannot put him in the same space as a Yachty. If lyrics truly did not matter, then yes, Yachty should be looking like 50 Cent right now when it comes to those album sales. He should be looking like Drake, but he's not looking like either one of those guys. And that's what we're failing to realize here. But my thing here with Kendrick, just say some names, man. Just go on and say the name. Just say the name. Baby, what we doing? What we got to lose? What Drake gonna do, kick your ass? What he gonna do, fly down here from Canada? What is he gonna do, come out of the Instagram profile on your phone? On some grudge shit? What is Champagne Papi going to do, pop a cork in your face? Say his name. You say my name. Do not call me Cassius. And that is what I'm having a problem with. See, what's unfortunate and irritating for me is that we have the rappers that, to me personally, not lyricists. Soulja Boy's not a lyricist, but he's calling out the likes of the Migos. I don't care about that. I want to hear some bars. You know, then what's going to happen? Drake just announced that he has an upcoming album. He's working on his album, right? And people are speculating that it may be Take Care Part 2. Okay, whatever, all right? More Jafakin singles. However, though, what we're going to get more than likely, we are probably going to get more subliminals from Drake, and we're going to get some more subliminals from Kendrick Lamar. But I factored this in precisely and correctly. This is the post-Jay-Z era, in a sense of lyricist, because it's really the post-Jay-Z, post-Gucci Mane, post-50 Cent era. Those are prominent driving forces of a lot of MCs right now, a lot of art-type MCs to some degree. Right? And then up under that, we do have some of the lyricists. But that's a whole nother video and a whole nother subject. But what I'm saying here is this. We are in the subliminal era. That's why I said the post-Hova era for the prominent MCs when it comes to battling. We saw it with the likes of J. Cole when he did his record and he was talking about Kanye West. And then he did a whole entire subliminal verse against Wale, right? And it took a minute for people to crack the Da Vinci Code, all right? Then we have here Drake, who runs on several tips all the time about these niggas all in my space. These niggas all in my face. Don't let them ride your wave. It's cool if it's on a nice beat, but over time I get bored and I grow tired of it. Then we have Kendrick Lamar, who is arguably the most aggressive MC out of all three rappers. But there he is, subliminal as well. Who are you talking about, K-Dot? Well, a lot of people be sharing bars like they got a 2-man sale. Oh wait, no, if I'm talking about Canadian dollars, maybe I'll holla at your baby, a dollar papa collar. So since we're in this era of subliminals, it's a bit draining, it's nauseating. And all of this is primarily pulling off the fact that we are in this post-Hova age. Like literally a lot of these guys, they do look to Jay-Z on a God level sense, and they followed and charted his career, as many of us have who have been fans for a minute, at least remembering since middle school. But I mean, the most overt Jay-Z has ever been was Takeover, and then he got even more aggressive with Super Ugly, which it came off clumsy because that's not his style. Jay-Z's a pretty fighter in the ring. He bop moves around, bop moves around. Kind of equated to Mayweather a little bit. But I don't like seeing this energy from all of my MCs. Kendrick Lamar could easily destroy Drake when it comes to lyricism. Drake could possibly pull something out of the bag, and he could shift the perspective, the dynamics in the situation, because even when back-to-back dropped, people actually forgot what the issue was. It was about the ghostwriting. So when Meek did his expose on Twitter about Meek Mill, about Drake having a ghostwriter, people's like, wait, what? Is this true, bruh? Hey, bruh, is this true? And then we saw and we heard the reference tracks, and then people was like, I guess it's true. So I can't believe anything Drake says from this point on. And then what happened? Drake's dropped back to back. Yo, man, Drake killed him. Yeah, man, he killed him. I was like, yo, man, what about the ghostwriting allegations? You don't think maybe somebody gave him back to back? Nah, man, he killed, man. I don't know what you talking about, bro. He killed that. So it is what it is. The fans are fickle. The fans are fickle. People are fickle. But in large collectives. So in this situation, Drake could possibly do something. I'm not saying he will or he wouldn't, but he could. It's a possibility because the fans are that fickle. Given the right atmosphere, and if it's charged correctly, the fans will fall for the okie doke. Now, it looks like to me personally, Kendrick Lamar has been waiting to get at Drake for a minute, but I think because of business obligations and mutual friends in the industry, I suspect that Kendrick Lamar has been laying on his pistol for a minute because people have been pulling him back all the time. Nah, man, it's not good. It's not a good look. We got a business transaction. All right, come on, man. You know, iTunes. Drake is, with iTunes as well. Come on now. You know, Dr. Dre, Beats by Drake. Come on, you're fucking my shit up. Sit down. Okay, I'll sit down, but can I at least speak in the interviews? Yeah, you can do what you want to do. Good, because on my mind, I want to say, yeah, okay, nigga, whatever. All right, do that. Go do that shit. So I think that's what's really happening here. But he's not wrong. I don't know why this is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. He's not wrong. You cannot be the greatest and you do not write your rhymes. All right, so let's go ahead and get over that. And hopefully at some point in time, I hope that those business obligations through mutual benefactors behind the scenes within the industry are absolved, and maybe we can get a good MC battle. We can get something, but more than likely not. More than likely not, but I suspect we could. Whatever reason, Kendrick Lamar has not been letting up off of Drake. It's almost like he's just been antagonizing him a little bit throughout the rest of his career as of now. And Drake, for the most part, has been evasive. That's the last person in the room looking at him eye to eye. He can say what he wants to say. Drake can talk all this other stuff about Meek Mill. He can throw all these retro subliminal shots against Meek Mill or whoever he wants to talk against in the industry. But the person that's looking him in the eye face to face is that little 5-foot-something giant. Canadian nigga, I see you. Do you see me? This is your man, Peace Solo, Prince Solomon. Peace. Leave your comments below.
Come on, Prince. Don't do me like that.
Biatch! Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread had a fight.